Hey guys, CraftyType1 here, and today I'm and I'm here with the one, the only Lizard pushing buttons.
I am me. Hear me roar.
And today we're debuting our pilot episode is the best way to call it, of our weekly podcast, We Speak with WII. So yeah, I guess we're gonna gotta treat this as more of like kind of a test to get the systems working. Um, but yeah, so hopefully this is gonna be a more reoccurring show on the channel. Uh, Hopefully the longest running. I think my previous podcast was 10 weeks straight, so that's the goal to beat.
I believe in us.
Yeah.
I believe in the me that believes in you. The MII.
Yeah, but this week we have actually quite a bit of stuff to talk about. This week, Nintendo's got headlines beyond just games. We got the massive leadership change with Bowser stepping down, Switch to smashing records, Pokemon Legends Z-A footage, as well as Mario Galaxy's launch this week, and we're gonna talk about it all. Yeah, and then if you ever want to see more of Lizard stuff, of course, the stuff will be in the description down below if you want to check them out. So,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so excited.
you're good. You're good. Why don't you introduce yourself real quick? You're gonna be the co-host of the show.
Okay. Hi. I'm Drake, but you guys can call me Lizard or Drake, either or. I do not mind. I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I'm a big nerd, and I am so honored to be here on We Speak Weekly. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. Favorite Nintendo game is probably Animal Crossing New Leaf. And
That's like a prerequisite that comes in the show, I guess. You have to like Animal Crossing.
you have to like Animal Crossing. If you don't like Animal Crossing, who are you? Why are you here?
Yeah, but yeah, we reconnected when you uploaded like your first video, and I actually got recommended it, and it was about like 3 months after the Switch or Switch 2's launch, and it was just like the quality blew me away. But then I recognized your voice, and I quickly DM'd you on Discord.
It's see that's so crazy though, because like what are the chances that like I make a video and it gets recommended to, and that's so cool though. I'm happy that we reconnected. It's been like what, 5 years?
Yeah, it has been a while, but yeah, you primarily do like video essay style stuff, correct?
Yes, well, sort of. I'm still trying to hash out exactly what I want to do, but it's mostly going to be video game reviews and adaptations of stuff that I post on my blog. So, yeah, if you're interested in video game reviews and other things and maybe a little bit of vulgar humor, check me out.
Yeah,
Definitely subscribe to Crafty if you haven't yet, because his content is super awesome and I love keeping up with it.
100%. All right. Well, I guess let's get right into it. Starting with our first topic, Nintendo's leadership change. Doug Bowser, president of COO of Nintendo of America, retiring at the end of 2025. Did we expect this?
Uh, I mean, no, but like, I also, I mean, if he's retiring, good for him. I hope he and his family are having a good one,
Mm-hmm.
enjoying retirement, right?
I don't think he like cited any reasons. I mean, he doesn't have to give any reasons, to be honest. It's just, it is what it is. Um, when did when was our last massive change? That was just with Reggie, right?
Yeah, Reggie Fils-Aimé back in I actually don't remember when that was.
I think it's been it hasn't been a decade, like maybe 8 years. But yeah, I remember. Honestly, I think Reggie's departure, it still hits harder than Doug. I think with him, I guess he was less of a presence, if that makes sense.
I know I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, the other thing to remember is that we were a bit younger when Reggie was president of Nintendo's, so I'm sure we have a lot of fond memories, like watching directs and seeing like the E3 presentation with him being like, "Let's kick butt and make games,"
Yeah, he was at
that sort of stuff.
yeah, I remember like when the Wii was coming out. That was like my main kind of exposure to him in E3 showcases.
Do you remember the Robot Chicken episode
I,
of Nintendo with Star Fox?
I think I remember like the Robot Chicken episode and just Smash in general. I think he did a lot of Smash various stuff.
Oh my gosh, dude. I loved Reggie. I actually don't hate Doug Bowser either, but he definitely wasn't as involved in like the fandom, the Nintendo fandom, like Mr. Fils-Aimé was.
Yeah. I think like okay, we should probably talk about Doug. But I think this kind of shows how much of a presence Reggie had, where he still kind of overshadows the position even today.
Yeah.
But I genuinely do think like some of Bowser's accomplishments were pretty notable, because I think like his main goal while being at the company was to diversify Nintendo IPs. I'm working on a video, so I have like a script drafted up that kind of talks about all of his accomplishments. But I feel like he did that pretty well.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I mean, under his helm, we got some really cool Nintendo stuff. 2019 was when Reggie dropped out. By the way, I googled it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when Mr. Doug Bowser became president of Nintendo of America. Yeah, and I mean, he accomplished a lot. We got some really cool game releases during his time with the company, but also, he pushed, Nintendo of America into the Switch 2 era, and I think for that he's gonna be really controversial to people.
Mm-hmm.
Not because the Switch 2 isn't awesome, because I do love the Switch 2, but I think I remember like a lot of people are gonna remember him by a lot of that fiasco where it's like, well, just buy a Switch 1 if you can't afford the Switch 2 and that kind of stuff. When realistically, he did a lot more.
I think like, I mean, to think about like what he'd be remembered for, it's kind of a shame, because like, yeah, he was the person that transitioned Switch 1 into the Switch 2 era, and arguably, I don't know, again, you're right, he could have handled stuff differently, but again, it's all PR, in the end.
Yeah, like I personally don't think he did a bad job at all. Mm-hmm. It's more of like public perception of him, where it's like people will remember him for a lot of the controversy that he really had not a lot of control over. Yeah. So I think that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, right. My bad. All I was going to say is that I think that you're right.
Yeah, I honestly think that, if he was a part of directs more, because like the only time we really saw him in directs was, I guess, the projects he were directly involved in, because I know he was like the spearhead of the Mario movie. Like he was the one that kind of pushed for that. He helped alongside, Shigeru Miyamoto and, the president of Illumination to get that project off the floor.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like if we would have saw more in directs, in presentation other than just PR, we would have remembered him a little bit differently. He's not dying, but like
we're talking about him like he's like never gonna be anywhere ever again. I mean, but I don't know. I thought he was cool.
Yeah,
I like Doug Bowser.
Genuinely, like I don't think he did. Again, I don't think he did a bad job, and I think it's also important to note he's not president of Nintendo. He's only president of Nintendo of America. And I've seen like a lot of discourse online, like talking about that, on how like Nintendo is gonna change. And I'm like, it's not really. Like Nintendo as a whole, like Nintendo Japan, probably is not going to be affected that much via like a leadership change in the Nintendo of America.
I think I agree. I think that where this might affect things more is with Nintendo's relationship with like American companies, especially like third-party companies, right? Mm-hmm. Or like just Western third-party companies in general, but also mainly with like advertising and pricing and stuff like that, because Nintendo of America does play a pretty sizable role in that sort of stuff. Talking about Reggie again, and I hate bringing him up again because we're talking about Doug, but I mean, during the Wii era, Reggie Fils-Aimé pushed for Wii Sports to be bundled with the Wii, and that's honestly part of what made that system so successful.
100%,
right?
Yeah.
And he also pushed for the price cuts for the original 3DS. I believe I might be incorrect on that, so don't take my word for it.
No, yeah,
But yeah,
100% agree. It's like,
for marketing, it's interesting.
yeah, for marketing, it's interesting. And it's fun that you mentioned that because with this change, we're getting two massive changes, of course. One being, the replacement of, the president position with Devin, is it Pritchard?
Yeah, Devin Pritchard.
Yep. Being the first female president of Nintendo. And then also Satoru Shibata takes over the CEO role in the Nintendo of America while keeping his Japan responsibilities. And I think that second role change is probably the biggest thing that come out of this.
I agree. I don't know much about either of these people other than that Devin Pritchard has Pikmin monster. I forgot its name as her LinkedIn profile picture.
Yeah, I think that's the one that everyone uses right now when it comes to
yeah.
But like from my understanding, she kind of dabbled in a lot of different things, which also led her to being a good leader. Her being a part of marketing, she was also part of like company relations. I believe she was a part of accounting. I might be wrong with the accounting, but I know the first two for sure. So she's definitely been around the block when it comes to different aspects of the company.
Yeah, she was in charge of consumer experience.
Consumer experience as well. So and with that, she also stated that what was her main goal? We should probably pull up her like exact
Wait,
introduction.
She aims to expand experiences for fans and welcome new players, according to the Economic Times.
According to the Economic Times, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, so as crazy as it sounds, I really don't think the president of America or Nintendo of America really has that much say anymore, if that makes sense, in the company as a whole. I think it's mainly just handling, of course, brand relations inside America. That's my thoughts, like from the outside in. I really don't think like after Reggie, like we could definitely tell like Nintendo in Japan isn't really open to change. And I think more so now, especially with the CEO changing as well to be a Japanese oriented vision.
Perhaps I'm really optimistic. I think that Devin Pritchard being in charge of stuff like consumer experiences and stuff, and then moving on towards something like a Nintendo of America president role means that she's actually in touch with how people are feeling about Nintendo, or at least I hope she would be in America, which means that at least in board meetings and stuff, she can pitch in. I mean, I think that Nintendo of America is bigger than people say it is for Nintendo of Japan, because technically we are like their largest market, right?
I thought we're like the second. Well, of course, just second only to Japan.
Yeah, it's either we're the largest or the second largest.
Yeah.
So I mean,
then I think it's like Europe after that. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we're going straight off of like Switch hardware sales, I believe we were first for a bit, but then I think Japan has now outsold us.
For sure.
But yeah, again, like kind of going back to it, I think like not my main concern. I'm not really concerned too much of like what Nintendo's gonna do what Nintendo does, and there isn't really anything me talking about is gonna change. But like with Satoru Shibata taking over a CEO role while keeping his Japan responsibilities, I just think there isn't gonna
stressful.
Yeah, there isn't gonna be a lot of active change like what Reggie pushed forward. Like if this situation happened while Reggie was there, I don't think we would have gotten like pack-in titles and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do actually agree with your point there. I think that I don't think that this is going to change much for the foreseeable future, and if it does, it's going to be smaller things that we might not really notice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, frankly, the other thing too is that as much as I'm interested in sort of like the business practices and how do I say that? I'm not sure.
Goings on. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, the things that go on at Nintendo at the big end.
Oh.
I think that I'm more interested in their games and what kind of cool stuff they're trying to give us, let us play. So, I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I think like
I'm just gonna remain optimistic until proven otherwise.
We're probably gonna see like her projects 2 years from now, kind of starting to take fruition. From my understanding, because like Doug Bowser was working on the Mario movie project for a while now, and then we just got that 2 years ago. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's gonna be a bit till we start hearing what she's actually want to do. But her with all of her experience, I do think whatever's gonna come out of it should be cool, should be interesting.
I think so too, and once again, she's got experience with like marketing and consumer stuff, which I think means that she's probably going to do a better job at making sure that people are educated on what's going on with Nintendo.
100%, yeah.
Because a lot of people, there was just a lot of misinformation about the Switch 2 when it was like first announced. And
that's a really good point.
I think that it's definitely going to clear up a lot of misconceptions because a lot of people, at least a lot of more casual gamers that I talk to, are always like, well, yeah, it's just really expensive. It's like $80 for all the games. And, the console is $500 just by itself. And it's like, well, that's not necessarily true. And then you compare it to these other systems, which are also like $500, and it doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I think the last point before, again, moving on, I honestly, if I were to wish one thing with this leadership change, I kind of hope that they maybe include more social media. I do know like they're changing the way that they interact with like media outlets and everything. Like they kind of dabbled in not giving out review copies. I just hope there's more interaction between the two. But yeah,
I want them to have a blue sky so bad. I need a Nintendo blue sky. I need them to start like connecting with gaming magazines, dude. Like there are so many people who are big gamers who read stuff like Game Informer or GameSpot or any of these other gaming magazines, like Giant Bomb even, which just went independent. Congrats to them. I think if they supported gaming journalists in like their like their endeavors in reviewing games and stuff, that would be super sick, and maybe would help a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, they like increase awareness. I definitely get that. I think that my hope in specifically is just like more collaboration with creators. I mean, of course, I guess it's kind of like conceit of me, but I think that'd be cool.
No, that's not conceited at all. I mean, honestly,
like just a wishful thinking. Bring back the Nintendo Ambassador program, but without the copyright.
Oh, dude, Nintendo Ambassador program would be sick, and I would be booted off of it so fast.
It's funny. Very small side tangent. I actually got into the Nintendo Ambassador program a week before they shut it down.
What? That's crazy. That's also like a huge bummer. I'm sorry.
I mean, it doesn't like the only reason you do it is not to get caught. You'd get like revenue sharing. Because remember, they used to copyright every single.
Yeah, they used to copyright like everything.
Yep. Yeah, they used to copyright. Yeah, if you have any single like audio, and that's how they do it.
If they got involved with creators, I think a really cool way to do that would be to have like Nintendo creator events where creators can come check out games and like record like film so they can show their fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Okay, but yeah, enough about the leadership change.
Okay, let's move on.
No, you're good. Next topic we have Switch 2 sales. We got some recent reports again. I think it's like end of Q3. Yeah, because we're going into Q4.
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, we just got some recent numbers. Switch 2 broke records. 33.5 million units sold. in the first 4 days. We kind of already knew that, but basically over 6 million sold worldwide by mid 2025. It's the fastest selling Nintendo hardware in multiple markets. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Any thoughts you gain from this? I think we just got some recent numbers, which is just sharing relevant data.
I think it's cool. I mean, I liked the Wii U when that was a thing. So I mean, that had 12 million units like overall. So I'm like, it's cool that it's cool that more people are gonna be enjoying Nintendo games, especially like the Switch 2. For third party titles, it'll be nice if they actually start giving out dev kits. That is,
Yeah, I think there's quite a few things because like their goal is by the end of the first physical year, if that makes sense.
Fiscal or
like
physical?
Fiscal. So like a year that the Switch 2 has been out. By the end of that, they're hoping to sell 15 million. But yeah, they're gonna crush that number, especially with the holiday season coming up.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think unless something crazy happens that like keeps people from buying like Nintendo hardware, they're definitely gonna beat that record.
Yeah, I mean, there's been people kind of what do you want to call it? Studying the forecast or like the stockage, and I think a lot of people have been saying that the Switch 2 production line, they're stockpiling Switch 2s again. So it sounds like they're releasing them in waves. You're like, of course, when the launch, they did like, of course, all the pre-orders plus then some, and then apparently they held on to a bunch of Switches until Donkey Kong Bonanza came out, and then they released a lot more, and then they just kind of dumped the rest. And that was kind of wave one, which was like around not 4 million, like 3-ish million.
A whole lot of Switch 2s.
Yeah. So, I am assuming they're doing the same thing with this holiday season, right? I mean, they're just stockpiling for Black Friday.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah. I think actually,
I
this kind of weaves nicely into our next topic. Are you ready for this upcoming holiday season?
No, not at all.
So
I'm
with the launch of Mario Galaxy, this starts their holiday season because every 2 weeks we're getting a brand new game.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm a little nervous looking at all these game titles because I'm like, how am I gonna find the time to play all these?
Exactly. Remember when we thought the Switch 2 was in a drought? Like, I mean, to be honest,
I don't think it ever was.
I mean, to be honest, September there was like oddly enough, like not a real release. It was like the DK DLC.
I agree, but at the same time, this is maybe from the perspective of somebody who primarily uses a Switch, just because it works better for my lifestyle, I guess. There were a lot of cool releases in September. There was Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yeah.
We got Chronos: The New Dawn, which, oh my gosh, dude, that game flew under the radar for so many people.
The first time I saw it on a direct, I was like, dang, okay, I'm kind of into this. Isn't Chrono? Is that one like survival horror esque game?
The Bloober Team one, yeah, the one by the guys who did the Silent Hill 2 remake. It's really good. It's a very good title. I'm actually working on a review. So eventually there'll be a review out. But I have a lot of positive thoughts about that. Star Wars Outlaws came out in September for the Switch 2, which was a fantastic port because it ran really well, but also it was the first game to show off like full RT, like just like full like lumen based ray traced lighting, and it runs at 30 FPS at 1440p docked, which is very, very impressive for a like AAA third party like title. Like
100%.
I mean, it bodes very well for the future of the system if we have Ubisoft of all companies releasing a game with ray tracing at like 2K resolution on the Switch 2, you know.
Yeah, honestly, like I think when it comes to like the first party lineup, it was a bit lacking in a sense, because again,
no, first party was dry
for first part, but I think that's okay. And I think that also because I was talking about this even before the Switch, or like maybe the first 2 weeks, the first two came out, or Switch 2 came out. They were probably gonna have a month where they just let third party breathe because we've already got like the sales data on how third parties are actually kind of failing during the first 2 months of the Switch's life. So it would kind of make sense for them to be like, okay, we're gonna back up. We're not gonna release a first party game or a full first party game. We're gonna let the third parties actually sell, so we keep the developers and publishers happy.
I think also it was a lot of the reason why most of those third-party titles weren't doing well was because of the titles themselves. I mean, like Cyberpunk apparently did super well.
Yeah, I think
But it was also released fully on cartridge and is just a banger game.
There was a lot of reasons. I think I did a video on this a while ago, but it was like there's multiple reasons why third party. They're all like not new games, if that makes sense.
They're not new games. They're more expensive than they are on other platforms.
Half of them are on
cartridge. Yeah, it's like I wanted to get Wild Hearts S, and I decided not to because there wasn't a physical release.
Mm-hmm.
There were other games like that too, where I was like, well, I could just get this for like $5 on Xbox,
Yeah, I am excited about like the future for third parties because I do think like, of course, the beginning of the Switch's launch was its own thing. It's I don't want to say it's unfortunate the way it played out, but it is what it is. And I think now that the Switch 2 is already out, hopefully more dev kits come out. We'll start seeing more experimental titles, and yeah. And then I don't know if you heard about like the whole game key card situation that like Nintendo was like opening up their supply chain to get more Switch 2 get actual sizes.
I mean, I'm sure they're aware of it. I'm sure they're aware of people being frustrated with the issue,
Yeah, genuinely, like that. It's funny because I think Nintendo honestly thought they were being a genius, like pulling a genius move. They were like, you know what, we'll just do this for them because it costs like 25 cents. But then in reality, they're just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they actually realize what they were actually doing.
It's weird too because like this isn't just an issue with the Switch 2. The Switch 1 also had digital only games that were like just download codes in the box. And nobody like really batted an eye about those. And then it's like I don't remember there being nearly as much like, oh my God, I can't believe this is just a download code. You know what I mean?
I think.
And then it's the same thing on Xbox and PlayStation 2 where you put the disc in and then they're like, download it from the Microsoft Store or download it from PSN. So it's like, this isn't a new concept.
With the original Switches and the download code, a lot of people, I know everyone was like kind of subtly annoyed about it. I don't think anyone kind of directly spoke out about it really. But if someone did, it was more on the publisher and like the developers because Nintendo gave the opportunity for, different size key cards. Because I don't know if you're unaware, there's like only two sizes. There's the 4 gig one, that's the key card normally, and then like what is it, the 50 or 64 gig one or something like that.
4 gigs? That's like a 3DS game.
Yeah. So that's why. So it's either you buy an expensive key card or you buy the cheaper one.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of publishers were forced into that, the cheaper one because if your game is only like 12 gigs and you're in a small indie studio, you're not going to be spending $8 on a card, and that's going to cut into a lot.
No, I agree. Thank you for the context, by the way.
Yeah. But so Nintendo reportedly is opening up their supply chains. I had to have to find the exact news source. I reported on it when it originally like rumors were happening. Nintendo did a bunch of surveys, and then the company that makes the key cards, or not the key cards, the actual game cards, reported more profits because they were making more of different kinds of cards. So we can only assume.
Well, either way, I think we're still gonna get a lot of cool third-party games.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 9 coming out same day as other platforms, and looking as good as it does at 60 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, 100%. How did we get on this whole third-party conversation? I think we were talking about we were talking about how dead it was in September. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about September because we're talking about the Switch 2 sales,
Yep.
and then
The upcoming holiday season. But yeah, so
yeah,
this holiday season, I'm about to be broke.
me too.
So we got what Galaxy. We'll talk about that in a second, and then we got Pokemon Legends Z-A. And then right after that, I believe they're only 3-week gap, because then it goes ZA to Age of Imprisonment, and then 2 weeks after that Kirby Air Riders, and then 2 weeks after that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Oh my gosh, so many good games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then there's Persona 3 Reload.
yeah,
Elden Ring is supposed to come out this year. Yeah, and then it's like, I guess Borderlands 4 is, I don't even want to talk about that. Have you seen the Twitter stuff? No, I'm okay.
I have not.
I'm good.
But yeah, so anyway,
Crafty, run away.
I'm not even like thinking about third-party games right now when it comes to like this holiday season.
Even with first party, we are stacked. So many cool titles that like have something interesting about them.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think about it, because like, you know, normally I'm having a video talking about this out soon. Nintendo kind of anchors their big holiday title on, or holiday release on one game. I think right now, like, I wouldn't even call Pokemon Legends Z-A like an anchor game, because they normally come out in like October, November.
But it is Pokemon.
But it is Pokemon. Yeah, it's gonna. We both know it's gonna sell like crazy. And like you know, Legendarian, a good friend of the channel, also said, well, that they possibly like announced the DLC so that they could put it up for Black Friday as well, which
that would make sense.
Makes sense. Like, I could totally, because like, you heard about the Legends Z-A bundle for Black Friday or for like the holiday season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like the Switch 2 is going to come with like a copy of Legends Z-A.
Yeah, for $50. Yeah. Or well, the Z-A is going to be $50 essentially.
It's just like the Mario Kart bundle but with Pokemon.
Yep, exactly. Oh yeah, they're going to have both the Mario Kart and the Pokemon ones. So, yeah, and I think
dude, they're going to be selling gangbusters.
Yeah. And it just makes sense, because you got those two kind of heavier titles, and then you just have a bunch of medium ones like Kirby, like a Zelda spinoff. I mean, even Metroid. Yeah, but
it sucks that Metroid is considered a medium title, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I am wondering how it's gonna perform, because it's in December.
I think that you want to hear my hot take here on this.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna sell that well.
I am thinking the same thing. No, bro, this could.
Because
I want this to age like milk. Okay.
I really hope it does, because like this game has been like, dude, there was more hype for Hollow Knight Silksong than there was for Prime 4.
I mean, like, okay, you can't say that, because Hollow Knight was like a little bit crazy. But yeah, I 100% agree. I am worried because like, I have a feeling Nintendo's gonna look toward this game to feel like, oh, should we even like revitalize the game or
the Metroid series,
the franchise? And they just put it in the worst spot.
Dude, yeah, like there's a few things that are making me a little nervous about this. It's a numbered game, and numbered games normally don't do as well as not numbered games, and it's a number 4. But there's no way to play number 2 or 3. So people are going to look at that and be like, should I get to the Metroid series? Well, I mean, this is number 4. I'll just wait. You know? Yeah. So there's that, right? But then also it's confusing for casual buyers because it's on 2 different platforms.
Yeah, and I just don't know, because like, I mean, it could be a good and a bad thing for it being in December. I mean, it's going to have low sales regardless, I feel like, just because, for one, in December, you're only getting the fans, like the people that actively want to play it, because you're right. For one, casual buyers will not normally buy a numbered game. And for 2, casual buyers don't go shopping in December.
Yeah, because they're all broke, because they just bought
everything on Black Friday.
Yeah.
And then like, kids can't go shopping because guess what? Their parents already bought them gifts.
And I also don't think that kids are going to be interested in Metroid Prime 4 like at all.
It is
like, this is a very Gen Z game, and I don't want to say it like that, but
I mean, it
Like
could
this
be
is
like a genius move on their part too, because then like hypothetically, like your audience, that people are gonna buy this, are going to probably buy it for nostalgia's sake and for like they played the previous games, but you're just limiting the audience so much that.
Well, either way, it's probably going to be a really killer game. It's going to be really cool.
I think it's gonna be a cool game. Yeah.
This is the first Metroid game that we've really received in the era of like social media blowing up games, and good quality games normally get that love for people, if not from the company itself, from different social medias like TikTok and YouTube. So I think that it's also possible that something happens with Metroid Prime 4 that makes it blow the heck up on the internet, and then everybody goes and buys it.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's some like massive story thing that people probably, clip.
Because Metroid Dread did super well for a Metroid title.
100%.
And that was also a sequel.
I'm hoping with the momentum of Metroid Dread, that we would, hopefully see something bigger with
Metroid Bread 2 Sourdough.
That's funny. But yeah, I think overall this holiday season is stacked. I guess what are you going to pick up every game?
No, I don't have the money. I know that sounds super rude of me to say that way, but it's
no. I mean, like, honestly, like I was debating, I'm not even getting Galaxy right now, but after my most recent, I feel like I mean,
you kind of have to at this, but you were like, I'm gonna play the game. I kind of want to speed run it.
Yeah,
definitely worth the price.
100%. That's what I'm gonna do now. But like like 2 days before release, I'm like, I wasn't even really thinking about it. But
so you've never played Galaxy before?
I've never played Galaxy. I think actually this is a good segue. We could talk about Mario and Galaxy 1+2.
I'll answer your question after we talk about Galaxy, but we got to talk about Galaxy.
Well, oh yeah, okay. We'll talk about Galaxy. We'll talk about Pokemon. Then we'll talk about what we're buying.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
I think that's good.
Let's talk about Galaxy first. So it comes out on October 2nd with the bundle. Wait, it's already happened.
It's already, at the time of this recording, it came out yesterday. To actually like, I thought this game was gonna get dogged on. I'm not gonna lie. But right now, it's sitting at 88 on Metacritic.
I mean, I think a lot of the reason why it's reviewing so well is because a lot of these journalists who are receiving the game are receiving download codes that they didn't have to pay for. So they're just reviewing Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, which are, despite the price, really, really freaking awesome games, right?
I think you just summed it up perfectly. Because that's when I made my first video, I was talking about, the overall value of the game and, what it was missing. Which, I'm learning, this is like a learning experience for me. You should always, judge the game on what's there right now, not like what it could have been. Because, it could always be better. But from what I'm hearing from like a bunch of reviews, it's the only thing that's really bad about it is the price.
Yeah, and I mean, like, okay, as somebody who likes to not jump the gun on my opinions, at least when it comes to games before I get the opportunity to try them, normally I wouldn't even like pass judgment on the game, but I've already played Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and these are games that are, the first one was released when I was 5 years old, so like they're pretty old games that aren't super demanding. So it's nice to see that they're running very well on both the Switch and the Switch 2, right? So for those of you still rocking the Switch 1, which I'm sure there are many of you, it's still going to be a really cool title, right? There's this is the first time we're getting Galaxy 2 on like an official like modern platform. Before it was stuck on the Wii in like 480p with like some weird deflicker filter. So
yeah, I mean, like, so like I guess a little bit of background. I made a video saying it was pointless, like the day of release. And now,
I do indeed remember that.
I've since kind of backtracked on my statement. I still believe like some of the stuff that I did say. But when I made that video, of course, like I've never played Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. And just optically, right now, it's a $70 title on the Switch 2. And optically, all it is really is like 4K upres.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the reason why a lot of people are upset is because we've gotten some really amazing remasters at very affordable prices recently.
Yeah.
Talking about Bethesda Game Studios here for a second, but they released the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, which was a complete graphical overhaul, completely replaced the models, added a bunch of like really awesome quality of life content to the game. It fixed most of the bugs. It was like $40 and was just like a very gorgeous title. Like it was basically a remake with how big called a remake, and that was $40. So I think that with games like Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, yes, the game is awesome. Yes, the improvements are really great to have, but $70 is a lot of money to ask for a game that you can buy used in a local game shop for like $8 on the Wii.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't want to like hate on it because I feel like
I don't think it's bad. I mean, I think
like
I'm probably going to get number 2 digitally.
Yeah, money aside, like just not speaking about money, the game is good. It's like, of course it's good. It's Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2.
Yeah, like they're bangers.
And then like they prove, like actually looking in deeper on some of the improvements. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did they ever advertise that you could listen to both of the soundtracks?
They did.
Okay, they did. Okay, maybe I'm just dumb. But yeah, but yeah,
you're not dumb though.
I found out that if you hit minus on the menus, you can listen to both of their soundtracks. And that was a point I made in the Pointless video, was because I thought they were taking that away because I was in the original 3D All Stars.
But they kept it in.
But yeah, they kept it in, and they added more on top of it because they did Galaxy 2. And they natively so like in the 3D All Stars, all they did was reuse the same textures and made it 1080p. But
and with this one, they remade all the textures from the ground up.
Yep, they remade all the textures, but they didn't remake the UI stuff for some reason. Yeah, the UI is still 1080.
Oh well.
But yeah, I mean, it's still like if they went back and did that, like you applaud them. Like, okay, that is more work than I expected them to do. And then of course they added the extra stuff, the new storybook pages.
I think, in my opinion, I would say that it's really up to the person, the consumer buying the game, on whether or not they feel as if the price for Mario and Galaxy 2 is worth it. Because for some people, they're going to have skewed perspectives because they already own the game, or they've already played the games before, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that, how do I explain this? Yes, the price is redonkulous, but there are also some banger games that look gorgeous, and these are really, really good ports.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think if there was any like existing issues, I guess it's hard to complain about this game if we're strictly talking about what is there right now without talking about what could have been. It is hard to say this was, it's bad, because there really isn't anything bad about it.
No, yeah, like these are really solid ports. If I had my hands on these ports, I would not be complaining. But they are really pricey, which is why people are upset.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think a lot of people are. People are upset at
yeah, I mean, people are. I mean, like, what, did people get upset with you?
Oh yeah, just a little bit, but like again, it's understandable because like the way I was, and this is just how to do reviews in general as well. And that the whole Pointless, I don't really say I do reviews either. I do more impressions. Like this is my impression of the game after playing it for X amount of time. But my impression right now was like, okay, it was just they made it. Yeah, okay. Because like this is, I'm not even gonna say, but like hypothetically, if you could emulate it on a PC, you could click one button and make it 1080 or make it 4K. And I thought that's what they did, but they did not. They actually changed the textures.
They did stuff to it to make it a much better experience on Switch hardware.
And I genuinely think they improved the controls a little bit, from my understanding. Apparently, from like Digital Foundry, they said they improved it. They added mouse control functionality too.
There's mouse control. The controls are generally improved. I mean, honestly, not having to use a Wiimote is probably like worth $10 alone.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like Skyward Sword, I thought that was like pretty worth it. But then again, like I don't know, maybe it's like a weird thing because I played Skyward Sword. I've not played Mario, so yeah, it's a little weird. Overall, I'm gonna.
And to be fair, these are 2 games.
Yeah, these are 2 games. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't want to be reiterating, but yeah, I still think it's a little pricey. But again, that is fine, I guess. Nintendo prices the way they want to. I'm interested to see the sales next week. We could go over that when that happens.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I'm excited to choose to not spend my money purchasing Super Mario Galaxy.
I am probably gonna buy it, and I'm probably gonna speedrun it. How long is the game?
Okay.
Like 12 hours?
It's a little longer than that. I take time with games, so it takes me a little longer than most people to play games. It's not because I'm bad, I promise. It's just because I really am terrible.
It's funny. Like, go ahead. Actually, I'll finish my thought.
No, you go ahead. I'd like to hear what you have to say.
YouTube and streaming has like changed the way I've played games. Because like as I started doing marathon streams, I've started like finishing games quicker. But like let's just take Donkey Kong for example. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I finished that game in one sitting. And
oh my gosh! Wow.
That was 16. It was 16 hours straight. And yeah, it was, and I did that on accident because just more donations came in the more I started playing. But
I mean, it's an awesome game too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't enjoyable, I couldn't have lasted that long.
I have something horrible to admit to you and to the world. I have never played Donkey Kong Bonanza.
What?
I don't own the game.
That's crazy.
On the day I was supposed to get it, I got a flat. I got a flat tire, and I had to spend $200 to replace my tire. So, no DK Bonanza for me.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. Like, legitimately, I had a great time with it.
Oh my gosh!
I actually have a whole podcast episode about it, so you could check that out in the top right.
Check it out, you guys. I wish I could point my me fingers, but I don't have fingers because I'm a me.
Yeah. But yeah, what were you going to say about the overall length and play style that you play?
Okay. Well, I would say the games, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Have you played Mario 64?
I have. I played it actually when 3D All-Stars came out.
Okay, so they're a little chunky. So if you're trying to complete all of the stars, I would give it like 30 hours. But I finished the game in 20. So if you're fast with games, I'd say like 15, I guess. And that's just Mario Galaxy 1. Mario Galaxy 2 is a bit longer than Mario Galaxy 1.
Is it really? I think like for me, if a game is hypothetically like 16 hours of playtime, I could do it in one stream. So I could probably do Galaxy.
You know what?
Get a van out of it.
May I make a suggestion, mayhaps?
Yeah, go ahead.
You should take your time and enjoy the game and make an awesome playthrough, because Mario Galaxy is one of those games that you have to sit down and really just enjoy it. It's about the vibes and stopping and just looking at the really, really pretty artwork and listening to the good soundtrack and just breathing it in, you know?
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that. I mean, because like when I speedrun Hollow Knight, chat was telling me the same thing. And the thing is, like when I play these games, I don't like actively speedrun it. It's more of just like I would maybe consider it a marathon at that point, where it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna play it how I normally would play it, and my goal is to beat it by the end of the stream. But if I don't, it is what it is. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely tune in.
Yeah. So yeah, this is not a pickup for you, no?
I really want it to be, but that price is just here's the thing. I could get DK Bonanza, I could get Pokemon or I could get Mario Galaxy. And it's like, I think I've got like 2 other games I want to get. And then I also need to put money aside for both Persona 3 Reload and Elden Ring. So it's like, darn.
Yeah.
I've got, and Metroid Prime. I got to get that one too. So I've got like 5 games I'm getting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got to pick up some extra shifts.
But yeah, at first this game wasn't really a pickup for me, but yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a shot. Maybe if I do play before next recording, I guess I'll say my deeper impressions on it.
Okay, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So I'm really looking forward to coming back to this once you finish Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
100%. Okay. Well, I think that kind of covers that. So the next game in Nintendo's massive holiday title or holiday release schedule comes out in 2 weeks, as we already as we've already said. It's gonna be Pokémon Legends Z-A. And
Oh my gosh.
I had so many videos of me just straight up talking to the camera about why I'm excited for this game, and they actually do pretty well. But we just actually got. I'm pretty sure this is like the final trailer. We got it yesterday, was it?
2 days ago.
2 days ago, at the time of this recording. But we got 6 minutes overview trailer. It's just kind of a gameplay overview trailer, talking about all the stuff you could do inside Lumio City, showing off the day and night cycle transitions, of course, return to Mega Evolutions. I think they showed off photo mode in depth for the first time, and then kind of just reiterated October 16th launch.
For sure.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to have coffee with my completely popular Pokemon Binacle from the hit video game Pokemon X and Y.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I think so this came with like a massive marketing news cycle as well. A bunch of creators, Pokemon primarily, got to go out. I believe they flew them out to France or like
to France. They went to Paris. They rented out the conference room in Paris. I was listening to Brian Shea's All Things Nintendo podcast. I just want to shout them out because I like their podcast.
That's funny because I was listening to the Pokemon podcast.
Oh, wow. They're 2 sides of the same topic.
That's funny. They both went to the same because I believe they have different like I guess scheduled times. But yeah, they played like over an hour of it. And they got to share their thoughts.
Yes, I'm super excited. I wasn't so excited, but hearing everybody being like, wow, these are really cool games is kind of making me really look forward to it. And X and Y hold a very special place in my heart. That's when I first started following gaming news and leaks, which is sort of why I guess I'm sitting here today talking about gaming news. So there's that, but also, I mean, it's Pokemon Legends, and they've cooked so far.
They have cooked. Exactly. I think like Legends Arceus was, I think in recent years, like the most innovative Pokemon game.
Agreed.
I can't think of any other one. Yeah. I mean, I know even Scarlet and Violet, like, yes, it was open world, but then again, like Legends Arceus was kind of that before.
It was that, but like it was more in depth even.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, since this game was announced, I was super excited for it. Then I saw more fashion. And then I saw like new battle style, like the way that you battle seems super intriguing. And then they showed off like this basically an MMO raid. They haven't confirmed it yet, but I could totally see you doing online battles with like you and another trainer against the Mega Evolution, the Rogue Mega.
And oh my gosh, Crafty, you and me with my trusty Binacle. I'm just
I haven't even thought of my team yet. But yeah, and then like the fashion, the way the battle worked, just the overall vibe of this game, for some reason to me just feels like on a different level than any other Pokemon game.
I agree. I cannot wait to look super fly and to go beat the crap out of a bunch of kids in their dinky little Rattatas.
You're funny.
in my awesome fashion.
Yeah. And like based off of the previews, like the people that went out, they said that there was like a bunch of customization already in their demo, and apparently it was confirmed that that wasn't the only amount. From what I'm hearing, it's basically the same type of customization and Sword of Shield.
That's cool.
But yeah, so you have backpacks, you have shirts, pants, shoes, socks, headwear, and that's it.
You know what? That's a missed opportunity. I don't want you to be negative, but I would love to get like mega accessories, like the X and Y anime, where they pull out like their freaking like mega bracelet, and we're like, or their mega earrings. That
would be so cool. Like you could, you just buy like a mega accessory, and you could sorry, yeah, I'm just like my mind has been opened right now. Because in the anime there was like there's earrings. I believe even in the games one had it on the on what, her roller skates, was that right?
Yeah, she had them in like her she had them in the trucks of her roller skates.
Yeah. And then I mean we could even see it inside ZA right now. Like I know I forgot his name already. Like the main bad guy mob boss that we've been seeing right now.
I don't know his name. Just evil jerk guy.
Yeah. I mean I think he looks kind of cool. But like he has
he's cool.
Inside of like a pin inside of it on a shirt. It's like a little one of those suit pins.
That is like the coolest evil villain. Like, I'm going to power up my Pokemon now, and he just like clicks the little pin on his shirt.
But yeah, legit, like everything about this game just makes me giddy. I can't wait.
I'm super excited to play this game. I am really, actually, the ZA Royale tournament looks like a lot of fun. The music, dude.
Oh,
how do you get an accordion to sound so awesome? Like,
yeah, so I'm gonna have an impression video out after watching that gameplay overview trailer, like the one they just released. It was just 6 minutes of like, yes, I already knew half of this, but come on, like, yeah, as you said before, the music, they did a perfect job. I wouldn't be surprised if Toby Fox was like half of it. Definitely sounds like
Toby Fox is probably cooking with this. Yeah,
he's been working on game like the soundtrack for quite a few games now since Sword of Shield, right?
Oh yeah, no, he I think he did the okay, guys, sorry, spoilers for a 2-year-old game. But he did the final boss soundtrack for Scarlet and Violet, and that was a banger and a half.
He also did the DLC fights too.
Yes, I put all of his music in the Pokemon stuff in a specific playlist on Nintendo Music titled what's the title again? Music to beat the crap out of people with.
That was funny. No, but 100% agree. I think he even confirmed that he's working on more tracks. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to give him credit for like all other people's work, but legitimately the music is absolutely, yeah, you're right. It is crazy. The remixes, there's the new tracks. They had like a bossa nova theme while you're in the hotel. Yeah, they just.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'm like, dude, I'm like spinning around in my little office chair. That's how excited I am. I'm foaming at the mouth. I'm excited enough that I'm not even that annoyed about DLC being announced before the game even came out.
Yeah, that's like honestly segued that so perfectly. But I'm actually not that mad. Is it weird that I was oddly like, okay, I'm not gonna say I was excited, but not excited for the DLC. I'm excited that the Game Freak was going to continue to support this game for a little bit longer. It's not just like a one-off.
Look, I want to be happy that we're getting more content, but at the same time, like, if you're gonna make extra content for a game, you should either wait to tell us about it so we don't feel like you're just withholding post-game content.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. I haven't played Legends Z-A yet. I don't know how the post-game content is. But if there's not a good amount of post-game content and they announce this DLC before the game came out, I am going to complain about it.
That's a good point, honestly. I think
So it's like, if it has good post-game content, then there's no problem. Awesome. Give me the DLC. I'll pay the $20 for it or whatever. But if there's no post-game content in this game, then I will feel ripped off because once again, this is not a $40 Pokemon title. This is
60, 70, depending on the...
Yeah, $60 if you want like 20 frames per second at 480p.
I'll talk about that in a second.
I'm kidding.
No,
it's probably not going to be that bad. Right?
It's crazy. I mean, I think when the first time we saw the Switch 2 version of, Legends Z-A, I immediately knew it was a Switch 2 version too, but we have not seen the Switch 1 version since then.
Yes. And then, first, most seeds it's going to be fine, but there's a lot of particle effects and extra stuff going on, especially during those, MMO raid battle type things that we were talking
100%.
about. And then also, something else to consider. If Switch 1 players are going to be playing with Switch 2 players online, and Game Freak's Edge slows down when their frame rate drops, because we both know it does, that there's going to be desync issues when you're playing online with other people who own the Switch 1 version.
That they fix that, because that was a massive problem in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
But that actually got fixed. So
okay, so hopefully we see it get fixed again.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. Hopefully. But yeah, going back to the DLC discussion. Yeah, it's a really good point. It kind of depends on what the game is at launch. And I'm of the mentality of, if you don't want to buy it, then just don't. You can wait. There's no penalty. There's no if you buy it now, you get X yada yada yada. So yeah, you don't have to, but you have a really solid point. We could be already suffering if the game was had content taken out.
Right. And that's where I'm like, well, I guess I'll have to see when I get the game for review, because this is one I definitely want to review.
Yeah,
right?
I really don't think. I think post-game's going to be fine, because we know we have the missions. We know we have we still have the pseudo journal kind of thing.
I mean, the Legends Arceus post-game was awesome.
Yeah.
So,
and then we know, the ZA Battle Club. Yeah. There's the side missions. I think we're covered on post game, to be honest, but it honestly depends.
We shall see, CraftyType1, if that is your real name. I'm just kidding. But I'm excited though. I'm really looking forward to this. This is shaping up to be a really awesome Pokemon title.
Yes.
And definitely a love letter to 2013 era Pokemon, which makes me very happy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I think, 100%. I think this... I'm wondering how long this is going to last. A very, very small time, side tangent. Because, this era of Pokemon, because we're out of the Scarlet and Violet era.
That's true.
I think you would call this, the Mega Evolution era, right?
Maybe. I mean, this could be just this game that gets megas, and then we're back to just regular game mechanics. Well, we don't know.
I think that's going to be the case. But actually, I'm going to point toward the TCG right now. The TCG ended the Scarlet and Violet era, because it would be Scarlet and Violet 151 or Scarlet and Violet White Bolt, Black Flare. I think that was actually the last set. Now, I believe it's called Evolutions. That's the title. So we're in the Evolutions era of the TCG.
And you know what? It would make sense that both on a figurative and a literal level, because we're getting our new Pokemon anniversary next year, and this is also the first time that they're playing with some really powerful hardware here. Mm-hmm. So we could see a really big change for the Pokemon franchise and the Pokemon game series. And I think if they wanted to coincide with them evolving the franchise, air quotes, they could focus on Mega Evolution for the new Pokemon titles that are coming up. Gen 10, I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
So I might be wrong. This is just speculation, wishful thinking, I think. But if we do get a mainline Pokemon title next year, or if we do at least get an announcement for a mainline title and then they let it cook for a couple years, because remember, Game Freak is also working on that really pretty that other game that they announced.
Yeah.
And that's not even been confirmed for the Switch 2. I'm sure Beast of Reincarnation is coming to Switch 2, but they are pretty split in terms of development right now. And
this will have to be like a podcast episode, like in and of itself.
oh yeah,
but like I 100% agree, because the last time this was happened was with Little Town Hero.
yes,
and
that was a smaller game.
and I
Beast
think
of
it was,
Reincarnation is like a big AAA title.
yeah, and it was confirmed via like the Terra leak that Little Town Hero basically cannibalized Pokemon Z. Like the reason why they didn't do it is because they were focusing on, you know, their other game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if I might, I don't know, don't quote me on that, but like I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Yeah. So, I'm a little worried for Gen 10 because, you know, hypothetically, if they're working on this game, this is the longest we've been in between like Pokemon releases. And
That's true.
I am worried that people are expecting better when in reality, we're probably just going to get the same because they've been working on their other project.
I think that this could not, like, I don't know how to say this other than to just say it, but Beasts of Reincarnation looks like a passion project, and Pokemon hasn't felt like a passion project in a while.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So maybe Game Freak development is tired of making Pokemon. We might even see a new developer. I doubt it.
It's such a cash cow. That'd be crazy for them to drop that. I mean, they said it before in interviews that they don't want to rely on the Pokemon franchise to like keep the company afloat. But
that's kind of what they do.
Yeah. They have contracts. So it's not, I don't know when that expires. It could be a lifetime. Like I really have no idea. But yeah.
I mean, I'm not suggesting that they're not going to make Gen 10 because likely we're going to see Game Freak there, but maybe they're trying to take a break from Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, realistically, it's not like the Pokemon Company and Creatures Inc. can like tell Game Freak you have to make a game or else you're dead forever. You know, I mean, I don't know if that's how it works, but I mean, if they're not ready to make their stuff and they have other projects they're working on, that's their right to work on it, right?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have like deadlines, and of course, like they're working with the Pokemon Company, you know, with that IP, and they definitely probably have, you know, certain metrics they need to hit. Like, oh, you need to be able to release a game by this time. That's why, you know, games don't get delayed. Because it's just the ever-moving Pokemon machine. If a new game doesn't
and
come
there's
out,
the merch and the anime. And...
yeah, the merch and if the new game doesn't come out, there's not a new anime, there's not a new TCG sets. And I think they found like a good in-between right now, especially with, because like this is the start of a new era. If we're going by TCG logic, like this is the start, you know, of the first spin-off game in the next era of Pokemon.
So is Legends Z-A a Gen 10 game or a Gen 9 game?
I would consider it a Gen 10 game.
Okay.
Because yeah, technically wouldn't Legends Arceus be a Gen 9 game?
No, Legends Arceus was Gen 8 because it only had Pokemon up until Sword and Shield.
I guess that's a good way of thinking about it. But yeah, I think.
Oh, so technically this is the last Gen 9 title because this would fill in where we would have had a remake, but instead we got Legends, which is good.
I mean, I would still consider this is the first Gen 10 game, I would say, just because the way the TCG started making they literally got rid of Scarlet and Violet. We're not in Scarlet and Violet. Mega Evolutions is the start of Evolution. What's the first set called? Yeah,
it's called the DLC set.
Just kidding. DLC set.
So the Mega Evolution Dimension DLC set featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry franchise.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm hoping that this sets the stage for at least Gen 10.
I hope so too.
If
And
this game is polished, which I'm hoping with better hardware, and everything like that, it I mean, it definitely feels that way right now with the trailers and everything we've been shown.
for sure. But something to remember is that the vast majority of people playing Legends Z-A will be playing this on Switch 1 hardware.
Yeah.
So this is really just a Switch 1 game that has a Switch 2 edition if you already own a Switch 2.
Yeah, but we also got to think like the Switch Gen 10 is 100% going to release on
Oh yeah.
Switch 1.
Oh, if it does, dude, that sucks. You're right. And I shouldn't say it sucks because like the more people to play it, the merrier. But at the same time, the Switch 1 is literally like a portable PS3 with some extra RAM.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's good. I think it's good for people with Switch 2 because, of course, we're gonna have the better performance. But yeah, I think like it's 100% gonna come out of the Switch 1. And again, we're probably gonna have to have a whole episode just talking about Pokemon. So I think we can end it there.
I agree.
Yeah, we went on a big tangent, but that's okay. So going back to our question we've kind of brought up at the middle of the episode, when it comes to holiday titles, which ones are you picking up?
Okay. You go first.
I think mine is uninteresting, but I'll give the reason why for each of them. I'm just gonna pick up all of them. Like I make like a little bit of money from YouTube enough to make it back, if that makes sense. So like
no, that's fair.
That's my gaming fund, I guess. But like if I really had to make a reason, I mean, of course, Pokemon, because Pokemon's Pokemon. Age of Imprisonment? I genuinely think like I'm less hyped than I was for Age of Calamity, but I am still interested in the Zelda story. I don't think it's going to be as good, but I think they learned their lesson. You remember like the whole controversy with Age of Imprisonment?
Certainly, yeah. Where they were like, it's a prequel, and then last minute they were like, actually.
Yeah, it's time travel stuff. So, yeah.
Shenanigans.
I think they've been saying multiple times that this is canon. So, we'll have to see. I'll definitely have fun with it. Kirby Air Riders, it's made by Sakurai. Come on. Like, I'm gonna pick any game that Sakurai makes.
Oh yeah.
And then Metroid, of course. Like, I played the remaster. I played Dread.
What a banger.
And I followed up. I've watched like recap videos on the story, so I think I'm like okay. And even that, I don't even think you need to really know the story just to experience Metroid Prime 4. But
I agree. Like, it's not like Samus is going to be saying anything. She's just going to like stare at people as like the angry lesbian she is. I'm just kidding. I don't know what she is. I'm just joking. But like, seriously, me too. I'm very excited for that one.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's my reasoning for picking up all of them. But yeah, what games would you be getting?
Okay, so I've got a list. Page turn. I'm just kidding. I'm definitely gonna pick up Pokémon Legends.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for that one for reasons that have already been mentioned. Plus, it's Pokemon. So, who am I if I'm not playing Pokemon?
I mean, who is the average Nintendo fan?
Exactly. I am probably gonna pick up Metroid Prime 4 because I like Metroid Prime and
skipping Raiders.
Raiders isn't coming out?
Sorry, Raiders.
Raiders, yeah. I know it sounds crazy to skip Raiders. But I already have a kart racer that I've been playing, and I don't have enough room in my heart for a second kart racer until next year. So
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Plus like dude, I have like friends who come over and have beers sometimes with me, and like I'm sure one of them is gonna have a copy of Kirby Air Riders. Just so it's like
steal it off of them.
No, yeah, like 100%. Like I'm only ever gonna play the game with friends, and I'm certain that at least one of my friends is gonna have a copy. So
I honestly think the online experience for Riders is gonna be better than Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, certainly. At least is Sakurai knows how to like let people pick which staves they want.
Oh, 100%. Oh, I mean, so you're basically just gonna be picking 2 out of the 5, 6 that are releasing this holiday season.
Actually, I do have more games that I'm
Oh,
going to be buying.
okay. But of the first
So
ones.
of the first party ones, yeah, it's pretty much just Pokemon and Metroid, and then maybe if I have the spare monies, I will get DK Bonanza.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, I know this is crazy because it's a game that's literally already out, but I'm really, really excited to play Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So I guess so the context behind that is that I have a console to play some of these games on, but I feel like having a hybrid console like the Switch really recontextualizes gaming for me and makes it a lot more accessible. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm a busy guy. I go out. I interact with people. I'm working. I'm going to be taking classes soon. I don't really have time to like sit down in front of a TV and like dedicate hours and hours to playing a game, right? And Switch 2 has enabled me to play a lot of these games that I never thought I would beat. I beat Cyberpunk for the first time on the Switch 2 and I loved it. And I don't think I would have been able to. Yeah. I don't think I would have been able to experience that game all the way through otherwise. And it was the same case with the Switch 1, but the Switch 2 really does feel like these console quality level experiences.
Yeah, you'd come to expect, yeah.
Yes, I know that there are performance complaints about Elden Ring on Switch 2, but Elden Ring runs like crap on literally everything. It's like a very unstable game.
Yeah.
On pretty much any platform you play. And even on like the Series S, it's like an unstable 30 if you're playing in quality mode, and then like a really weird 30 to 40 if you're playing in performance mode. So it's like not much better on comparable hardware, right?
Mm-hmm. I think
I'm not defending.
Very different gameplay styles. Because I cannot, like, yes. What am I trying to say? All right, I cannot play a game on the go.
Really?
No, I have to be like cozy. I mean, I think it's just because like when I started getting into longer games like JRPGs, Persona 5, Final Fantasy 7, I had to be like I treated it like a movie. And you cannot watch a movie on the bus.
That's true.
That's just the mentality I have when I have to like playing games.
Right. And I mean to be fair, there are certain games that I will not play like on the go just like regularly, and the way I play these games is very different depending on where I'm playing them. So like for example, go back to Cyberpunk, I would play a lot of like the gigs at side quests, and I would do a lot of the grindy stuff on the go.
Yeah
And then at home when I'm docked to a TV, I sit down with a good pair of headphones and I'd grab my my snack and I'd take
and go through the story.
I'd sit down and then I would play some Cyberpunk,
Yeah. Huh. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, any other?
I am a Switch gamer, I guess.
Yeah, Elden Ring. You said Persona 3. Does that come out this year?
Oh, that comes out in like 3 weeks.
Oh dang. Well, I'm purposely trying to forget about that.
Oh, so you don't double dip on P3 Reload?
I think, yeah. I brought Persona 5 Reload Persona 5 Reload, Persona 5 Royal on the Switch when it first came out.
Oh, that was really nice on the OLED screen.
Yeah, I beat it again. So that was another 80 hours of my life gone.
Crafty, Persona 3 Reload on a handheld isn't real. It can't hurt you. It can't hurt you. It's not real. There's no such thing as P3R.
You're funny.
What are you talking about? Midnight hour? That's not real. There's no such thing. Just kidding.
So I guess to like wrap this all up, if I were to pick 2 games, like hypothetically, if I didn't have the income I have now, I think I'd honestly pick Kirby and I'd pick Pokemon for first part.
What a kid. I'm just kidding.
No, get my Zelda adult story out of here. Get my Metroid Prime 4 adult story out of here.
We're playing games for men. Oh.
Yeah.
Protein lattes.
But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up this first episode.
I think so too. I had
Yeah.
fun.
We just gonna be doing a brief bonus episode. So if you want to hear what we've been playing currently, anything interesting that's been kind of going on in our gaming space, become a member for as low as $2 a month. You get access to all the bonus content, all the bonus pods, and all the future bonus pods. And it supports the channel, helps me and Drake do this for hopefully a living soon.
Wowie zowie.
Wow, he's sour. Yeah, anything else to add, Drake?
I'm super freaking honored to be here. Um, guys, I promise I'm still a cartoon lizard. I'm just in my Nintendo Wii me skin suit.
Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, same here. I promise I'm a real human being. But the layout's probably gonna change from episode to episode till we get something that feels, I think, good, better.
Wait, dude, I thought you were like a nerdy anime guy.
Yeah, I have like 3 different personas now. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I guess expect changes. This is very in testing, I guess, until we get something very, very solid. But hopefully, longest running series on my channel right here.
Yippee.
Yeah, if you made it this far if you made it all the way to the end, thank you guys so much. And also, what should they say, Drake, in the comments as like a secret code?
The secret code is Binacle Binacle Bros.
Binacle Bros.
Binacle Bros.
That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Well, yeah. I am Crafty, also known as Freddy.
I am Lizard, also known as Liz. I'm just kidding. I'm Drake.
And this has been the pilot episode of Wii Speak Weekly. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we gotta figure out how to outro this. Okay. Well, we'll see you guys in the bonus. Bye.